Okay, so I have been making a whole bunch of these blocks now. I just finished making this one, and on this one I really played around with the color placement because this diamond right here, you can determine which colors you want to be in that diamond, and it totally depends on which colors are on the outside of your strip of 4. So it took me a while to learn this. I'm glad I hadn't made all my strip sets yet, because what I have found out now is that originally I was sorting my strip sets to be very much like similar colors. Actually, I think the blocks turn out best if you put 2 lighter colors towards the middle of your strip set and then have some darker ones on the outside of your strip set. And if you kind of go for more high contrast with it, that ends up creating a more interesting block. Because if you get your darker colors on the outside of your 4, it's the ones that are actually going to be this part, and it makes a better diamond shape. And so on this one, I'm going to put sort of lighter colors. Maybe I'll do this, and then I might even do, maybe this or something, but so that it's kind of like lighter ones towards the middle. Let me see how that's looking. Yeah, kind of like this maybe. And then kind of like darker colors towards the outside of it. I think this will give me a better diamond shape. So I'm gonna sew this up and let's see how it looks. I'm thinking that that's gonna give me a better diamond. And actually, if I even wanna make it more, I could grab this one here and put it here. Let's see. Let me see how I'm liking that. Maybe like this. Okay. And we could even throw a different color in here. It doesn't all have to be these colors. We could throw something different in here just for fun. We could take this one out and do something like this maybe. But you know, you just have to play around with it, your color placements, but I'm thinking I like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing these strips together. So I'm taking them over to my machine and just sewing down one side. Just a 1/4 inch seam. Just a 1/4 inch seam down one side. Same thing with my next strip. Just put the 2 ends together. I'm gonna iron these open. So iron to set the seam, press it open a little bit with my fingers, and then iron it, just trying to make sure that I don't end up with like a ridge. Here. Open this a little bit here. Okay, so now I'm going to put these 2 together, and again, I want these I want it to go like this, so that my purple and my black are on the outsides, because that's what's going to actually make my diamond when I make the hidden wells. So I'll put these together, and I'm going to sew this. I originally was just making sets of 4, and it took me a while to actually figure out that I could control what went where. by where I put it in the strip set. So I'm sharing that information because it took me a while to figure it out. Okay, so let's iron this open. I'll just set the seam and then iron this open right here. Okay, so now that I have that ironed, I'm going to just check it real quick and see how wide did it end up being. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. Oh, I'm right at 8.5. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to trim this up into 8.5. I'm already at 8.5, and now I need to trim it every 8.5 inches to make my squares. So I have my set of 4. And I'm gonna trim this down. So this is already made, that was on the 1/2 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I always go back and double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5. Cut it. So this should be a square. This should now be an 8.5 inch square. And I have my 2 darker colors on the top and the bottom of the strip set. And it'll give me a better diamond. That's what I'm going for. Okay. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, got that. So now I should have 2 that are the exact same. Okay, now these pieces I am saving because I'm going to make a pieced border. My plan is to do black sashing, and then I'm planning on doing some type of scrappy border is my thought. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so now I have my 2 pieces. Okay, so these are from the same strip set, and all I've done is cut them into squares. So I'm now going to turn one of them so that one is going with horizontal stripes and one is going vertical stripes. And then I'm gonna put it on top of itself. Just try to line it up as best I can. And I will go ahead and pop a couple pins in at this point just to keep it from shifting around on me too much when I go to sew it. And the way that we are gonna sew this is we're gonna sew a 1/4 inch seam down around all the edges. So we're just gonna go all the way around our whole block, sewing a 1/4 inch seam. This is one of those really fun kind of mystery magic blocks, I feel like. Okay. Pull out these pins. You don't have to pin, but you might get better results if you pin. Okay. Go all the way around the edges to set the seams. Here's the fun part. We're gonna cut this. So we're gonna cut it on the diagonal. So you probably cannot see this, but where my seams line up, I wanna make sure that the corner of my ruler is going through where the seams match up on this end and where the seams match up here. That's where I'm gonna try to line my ruler up. So I'm going straight through those seams. Then I don't have a rotating cutting mat, so I'm just gonna turn the whole block I'm gonna line it back up how it was. If you had a rotating cutting mat, it would probably be very helpful right now. It's on my wish list. I'm pretty sure I put it on my Christmas wish list. Okay. So now you should have 4 pieces, and we're gonna iron this. Okay, so I purposefully tried to put my darker colors in the places where it will make the diamond. You will have these little dog ears hanging off, so you just need to snip those off with scissors so that you end up with the little square block. And we're gonna iron all 4 of these open. Now there's different ways you could put these blocks together. I have made all of mine the same way. So when you're looking at these little blocks right here, I find the side that has the long stripe with the one bigger corner. And I put all of these towards the middle so that I make a diamond. And I'm gonna put the opposite one, this is the opposite to this, on this side. Oh, there's a little dog ear I didn't get. Same thing here. So this one has our purple longer line and our lighter center. I'm gonna put that towards the middle. Okay, like this. Okay, so that is, so by putting my darker colors on the top and bottom of my 4 strip piece, I can end up with a more defined diamond. And it just kind of depends on which way you want to highlight on the block. I've made a whole bunch of these, and like I said, it took me a while to realize that if I want that diamond to stand out, I need to put darker colors on the top and bottom of my strips. And so I just wanted to share that. I thought it was kind of fun. And now I'm just gonna sew these together like a 4-patch and keep going with this quilt. Happy quilting!